First of all, allow me to correct my brother professor. I seem to heard him say that President William or another president will come in 2027. I need to remind him he still has another one more term to 2032. And considering his track record on how he's spearheading as a leader and leading his own agenda that he promised the people, to me, I think if we get such people who are workaholic, this country will transform. Coming back to your question, first of all, I want to ask Fred Indimulio, what is the role of a leader of a party? Because political parties act is there. What is the role of a leader of a party? Mm-hmm. Members of parliament and MCAs, all of them are legislators, they're elected leaders, and they represent the people. And by virtue of the structure of the party management, they form the National Delegates Committee, NDCs. They attend the meeting. So whenever a party leader like Raila Amolo Odinga calls his ODM party, meet his members, how do we separate that one from the aspect of the governance point of view, saying that there could be conflict of interest? How do we separate the leader of the UDA and Kenya Kwanza, William Samoei Ruto, when he meets his own supporters from the county assembly and have a discussion? Because remember, again, I go back to my statement on political position. All issues here, what are happening is political push and pull. Purely, if you listen to most of them. And it will now justify your question as to how, as county assembly, are demonstrating their kind of their work as an independent side of devolution government. Most of them, if you look at keenly to the latter, whenever they raise issues, you like pinpoint that the real issues are not the issues they are giving. The real issues is either threatening, undermining, intimidating, or causing, trying to bring down a governor for a given dimension of discussion. And most of this discussion will end up going to the interest. So I think, as I agree, we gave ourselves a constitution, but I think either we hastily rushed it, either we were doing it to prove a point. Remember at that time, this constitution proposal was fighting a regime of one Muse Moi and the two late presidents, Jomo Kenyatta and Muse Moi. Of course, Muse Moi had started a little bit by deleting Article 2A, giving now a bit of democracy in terms of political parties, but then the real human rights aspect was still shady. So this constitution gave more weight on the human aspect, human rights, and that's why there's a lot of litigation here and there. Sometimes even somebody has been elected and given mandate to design and plan on behalf of the people. But sometimes you get about a very brilliant idea, but just because that brilliant idea fails to meet the support of somebody else, that person moves to court, that idea is stopped. On that aspect only, can you evaluate the number of cases that are bending in our courts, that are cases that are interfering with the process or a given agenda? It delays the access of service or delivery in a given pattern. But on the other side, the same constitution has mandated that person to sit down, plan, and give Kenyans, because you have been elected, a roadmap on how you are going to deliver this. So either way, I think maybe if you go back, during the approval of this constitution, those who are propagating, the winner, the majority, said, okay, we have identified there are some gaps. It is time we approve, and then later. So maybe as we advance in implementation, maybe we need to discuss this and say which areas do we need to tighten. We have a good constitution, by the way. Let me also say that in terms of democracy, it's only us that we are abusing our democracy. Mm-hmm. Like look at the issues of picketing, demonstrations. Sometimes we overdo it and deal with interfere with somebody else's right. You know, you want to push your right with a level where you can interfere with someone, your colleague Kenyan, who is not on your or agitating on the same issues on you, because we are varied in terms of trade agendas. But now, when it comes to county assemblies, at times I want to call that we need to have kind of a stable, a level-headed grounds. Either we need to look at the law and see which grounds qualifies an impeachment. So that when people differ, I was in county government, for example. When I was in county government, I was in issue 2019, just because of fighting on the budget, that we need the following resources to come to each and every ward. I mean, they wanted to replicate probably like CDF or what. We want to earmark these resources. So, well, we are negotiating our CCC for finance. Budget is a highly negotiated document. We negotiated on some identified projects on roads, but we never quantified in terms of value. But MCAs pushed it so much hard that we need to have a specific amount. The governor then, Jackson Mandago, said, look at this. The moment we go this direction, we are going to lose on the clear agenda of the county because we have a broad map agenda that we want to utilize this resource. Like county of Uasin Gishu is an agricultural area. What are we going to do about our farmers? Other than doing roads every year that will give us political advantage for a short time, for a re-election, after 10 years, after 15 years, after 20 years, where will our county be in terms of healthcare, in terms of agriculture, in terms of sports, for example, because Uasin Gishu is known as a city of champions, in terms of industry, because agriculture will look at the production level, look at the transformation level in terms of value addition, so that you can give wealth back to the people. You know, because this is the core livelihood of the people. But MCA said, no, we want to be fair in the ground. People are complaining about roads. So what happened? Mandago took his hard position. They took their hard position. They vetoed power and approved a 40% ward development fund. Which it can be good because it is trying to address the issue of equity. Later, this thing has come to interfere with legislation. Because each and every MCA now is busy at the corridors trying to follow up his own 40% in terms of how far is it. Let me not say because I don't have evidence, but what I have heard people are saying, right now their powers have been weakened because they have been promised. If you play around, your issues that you are following, hate on procurement issues, may not come out. So if you look at those counties that have gone to that level and look at their strength of oversight, it is also weakened. So should a governor refuse to do that, for example, and a governor who doesn't have time to get in touch with the people? So sometimes a governor gets protected if you get close to your people and work for your people, identify yourself with your people. But if you come busy in coming to Nairobi, coming to meetings, you don't have time to bond with your people, that's where these people take advantage, because every Friday, every morning when they wake up, they are with the people and they begin to poison the people. But if you prove your leadership to the people, sometimes you are safe. Okay. But if you are weak, my friend, you will not see
impeachment.
Yes.
All right. Let's take a break, and when you come back, we'll finalize on this conversation about the impeachment of Governor Sakaja.